Hello and welcome to the next episode of Cocktales, where today we're going to be talking about floaters.
It's time to start the show. It's time to start the show. Ready, go!
So what we're going to be doing is basically making a root beer float and putting a little rum in it. Because what's better than a root beer float? A root beer float that gets you drunk. We've got our good friend, the Captain, and our Roundy's brand stuff. You guys haven't blown me up on the internet yet, so I can't afford real ice cream. So the secret to making a root beer float is, step 1, add some root beer. Step 2, when the glass is about half full, you're going to want to put your ice cream in. You don't want to do it at the bottom because too much of it might melt, and you don't want to do it at the top because too much of it might spill out. Today we'll be dishing out our ice cream with a knife because I'm out of clean spoons. I could have used a fork, but I was afraid to put one in my hand because I might stab somebody in the eye with it. And in this particular situation, when we add the ice cream, we are also going to be adding the rum. So you're going to want to add about as much rum as you can handle, and then another shot extra because you realize that someday we're all going to die and nothing matters. It's fairly delicious. I like it a lot. It lost all of its color and the ice cream is practically melted from the heat of these lights, but being an artist is not about doing everything right the first time. No. It is in fact about knowing how to fix your mistakes. Or to accept your mistakes, which is what we're going to do in this case because I'm just going to drink that and make another one. And then also be entirely out of ice cream because why would I be prepared for anything in my life? So initially I had thought about telling you the story where I almost died in a hot tub. And you're gonna hear that story eventually. But the whole point of me doing the root beer floats was so I could tell you the ice cream story. So what had happened was, when I was a young man, I was kind of on a rampage, some might call it, where I was trying to find the right woman. Let's put it that way, I was trying to find the right woman. And of course, like when you buy a car, you gotta test drive and make sure that it's worth the payments. So, I met this girl at a rodeo. Yes, a rodeo. With bulls and whips, fucking horns, and cowboys. And it was the first time I had ever gone to the rodeo, even though it was in my hometown. So I decided to start talking to her. Because I had a pee-pee. And she had a vagina. Men have a penis, and women have a vagina. We started talking, and I used to be really good at the talking to the girls. I don't do it anymore because I am going to settle down. One woman is gonna have a vaginal canal the shape of my penis because it's gonna be in there so often that it's like Play-Doh. You ever put Play-Doh around your thumb? Yeah, it just stays that way when you pull it off. Just saying. I started dating this girl that I met at the rodeo, and finally I wooed her thusly and got her into bed. And oh my god, was there a surprise in store for me, y'all. I guess the nicest way to put it is that if she jumped out of an airplane, she's always gonna land safely because she's got a parachute attached in between her leg parts. I swear to god, the words beef curtains never meant so much. This chick seriously made me not eat Arby's for about 10 years. The word cheddar melt still haunts me. And it's not just that there was a lot of skin. Ugh. It also smelled weird. It's not that it necessarily smells bad. It's the fact that you don't know where the fuck that smell is coming from that makes you think it's bad. If you smell eggs, you don't hear any sizzling. It's not even breakfast time. It's late at night, and your friend is just sitting next to you, been drinking beer all night, and suddenly you smell eggs. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, oh my god, I really need to get an egg inside of me before I die. Or are you gonna be like, dude, come on. Did you shit your pants? Because it's awful in here. I can't even do that defense anymore because this beard is too serious. I know you're thinking, what does a parasail of extra skin on your vagina have to do with ice cream? It doesn't have anything to do with it unless you're this story. After I got the business from this particular lady, I was thoroughly turned off by the situation. Yeah, I broke up with her like immediately. And she thought that I was just the kind of guy who's like, oh, I'm gonna love him and leave him. Or whatever they said in the fucking early 2000s when this happened. I'm not really that kind of guy. Okay, I know you're all laughing, the people who know me, and you're like, oh, you were totally that guy back then. Yes, okay, back then I was kind of that guy. But that's not why this happened. It was because it was fucking gross. So, you know what, take care of your downstairs, ladies, because I don't want to take off your pants and smell a musty basement. That's all I'm saying. Like, has nobody ever opened that door before? Jesus Christ. So she got all mad and she found my car on the street. Not even like at my house, just on the street. And she dumped ice cream all over my entire car. And it wasn't even like Blue Bunny. Is that the brand? I don't know. I'm diabetic. No, I'm not. Don't tell anyone you fucking heard that or I will cut you. It was like Dairy Queen ice cream. My thinking is she bought a gallon of ice cream at Dairy Queen and she happened to find my car while she was eating just a gallon of cookie dough. And she's like, you know what would feel better than eating this ice cream? If I just threw it all over his car. But I was like, I'm not cleaning that shit up. That's not my fault. So I just left it there. Literally, I don't know where that car is. It's probably in a field somewhere, but the ice cream is still on it. Okay, love you, bye! Glad you showed up to the party. Hello, self. Oh, hey, Michael. It's nice to meet you. Say, did you know that you weren't recording just now? What? Thoughts. Number 1. I'm out of focus, aren't I? Sorry. I know. Would you just come here, you dumb cunt?